I really do enjoy them, and I enjoy them especially after I've done them and see like, wow, it looks very different than it feels, because I always feel a bit like I don't know if I'm going to make it through this fight, and am I going to mess it up, and because it doesn't come naturally to me. I'm not particularly a kind of mad athletic person, and I didn't have that growing up at all. So it does feel like kind of revisiting the greatest challenge for me, and getting better at it, which is neat. We shot it very early on, actually. A lot of my my stuff was quite near the beginning of the movie with Colin, and so I think I'd only met him 2 days when I was flying across the floor with my legs open to choke him. And that was really intense. It's a really intense, like quite heavily choreographed, difficult fight, and it's, doing it with another actor, you're always hoping you're not going to be the one that accidentally loses control of your fist or your elbow or anything. But he's so wonderful. He's so talented physically as well. I was very impressed by him. The fight between Jessica and Colin and I in the elevator was the one I think I was the most worried about, because that came up, I think, within the first few weeks of shoot, of me being on the movie, and I didn't have very much preparation time. So that was the one that sort of on weekends and evenings and lunch breaks I would be practicing. And they built a little sort of elevator-sized spot for us to practice in, because it is very different doing a fight in the open air than doing a fight in this very confined space. And I was so worried about it, because I have to beat everybody up in that scene. I'm beating everybody up at once. But it went really, really well, and she's great. I mean, she's brilliant at doing it, but also, just fighting with another woman is a very polite experience. Everybody's apologizing and taking responsibility for when it goes wrong, and it was really sweet, actually. It's very nice to have a big sci-fi or action movie that has two legitimately, fully realised women's parts in it, where both of the women are very strong characters. They're very different. There's a love story in the movie. There's, just, I think, Colin's, he's not very hard on the eyes either, but I think it's a very engaging story, and I think that there's a question of what's real, and is my life real, and is my wife who I think she is, and am I in love with this? But I think that's a very universal story. I don't think that's necessarily something that's just for boys. We were such big fans. I mean, that was really what it was. I remember my husband and I became completely obsessed with Breaking Bad before he was even doing Total Recall, and then of course when it came up, he said, "Oh my God, do you think we could possibly get him, because he's just incredible," and then he did it, and he's like the ultimate actor. He's so amazingly talented, but he's also just a great person to have on a set, because he's endlessly funny and witty and energetic and kind of naughty and great. I really hope that they really enjoy the experience. I mean, a lot of work's gone into this movie. It's a very different tone from the original movie. It's not trying to replace the original in any way. In fact, I think the respect to the fans of the original is very much why there are a few little waves to that movie in this movie. We originally did not have the three-breasted prostitute, or we didn't have certain of the kind of little iconic moments that Len has then put a little twist on. We didn't have those in the original script, because it was just a completely different story. We'd already took away Mars, we tonally changed everything. And I think because it is such a beloved movie, it was nice to just kind of have a little sort of respectful wave at the original movie. Yeah.